everyone tune in now. Here comes Don with the scoop somehow. Suit so sharp, that hair so high. He walks in and the rumors sigh. Channel 404, catch the wave. Don Flurgandy, bold and brave. He reads the drama, cracks a grin, makes the whole wide internet spin. If it's messy, he's on time. If it's chaos, he draws the line. From the screen to your living room, he brings the boom, boom, boom. Don Flurgandy, breaking it down for you. Flurgandy, that's the news with attitude. Channel 404, you know what to do. Don Flurgandy, he's coming right through. Yeah, when the timeline starts to shake, he knows what's real and what's fake. Smile on cue, suit pressed clean, king of the clip, if you know what I mean. Don Flurgandy, breaking it down for you. Flurgandy, that's the news with attitude. Channel 404, you know what to do. Don Flurgandy, he's coming right through. Right through. Yeah, Don Flurgandy. Don Flurgandy. Oh yeah, Channel 404. And the whole world tunes in today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to figure this out one day. Don't worry. You know, we get everything figured out finally, and then all of a sudden it just goes kaput. Anyways, enough with the Jermaxing, okay? We're Jermaxing. It's only fitting. Okay? Good evening. My name's Don Flurgandy, lead anchor of Channel 404 News. Tonight's top story: I confronted the Quartering live on his stream about his sham of a membership program on thequartering.com. And he was not too happy, just to say the least. If you caught it, it was truly a spectacle, folks. Truly a spectacle. And then following that, after we take a look at that and respond to every ridiculous thing that he had to say, we had a long-time Quartering member reach out to us and give us an inside look at this thriving Discord that we unfortunately just could not get into. So Channel 404 has the inside scoop into this Discord. We actually have inside sources, unlike Quartering, talking about his new Carmelo Anthony scoop, that he's got someone on the ground. Yeah, we'll see if that comes into fruition. And of course, everybody, make sure to like the stream, of course, because it's been going so well, and with, you know, we're just tip-top shape. Nothing ever goes wrong here, so you got to like the stream, you know what I mean? It could be nonsense, but supposedly if you get, like, so many, like 100, 200, whatever, it puts it out to more people. I don't know. It makes me smile at the very least. It makes Baxter smile. Do you want Charlie smiling down up? I'm just kidding. That's freaking gross. Anyways. All right. And I do hear you, by the way. We will have some upgrades to Baxter. He has a tie that is, unfortunately, we couldn't get it overnight shipped, but Baxter will be an appropriate attire here pretty soon, folks. We see your feedback. All right. Now, before we get into this, before we get into the quartering real quick, there's a couple of things that I kind of wanted to, as we, kind of, just let people flow in here for a second. Don't worry, we're not going to wait all night. We don't like taking too long with this, right? But as we let some people flow into here, we did unlock, Bad Banner even followed us on Kick, everybody. Thank you. Everybody say hello to Bad Banner. Thank you so much, man. We haven't unlocked I think we're in review or something for the YouTube monetization and whatnot. Kick, we did unlock it. So we'll see if, but anyways. Yeah, I basically, I didn't want to put out my, my tin cup until we actually put out a good amount of content, and it was actually, actually put out a good amount of videos, good amount of streams, and I feel like we've put out some great entertainment, so. Anyways, enough with all of that. Now, before we get to our, come on. Hold on here, folks. What is happening? My OB. What is going on? All right. Anyways, I'm so sorry. For some reason, OBS is it's a riot over here, folks. It is an absolute riot. It's wild. Anyways, Jesus, it's going across like every possible screen for some reason. All right, give me one. All right, insane. All right. Anyways, so while we get into some actual news. So now, hold on. There we go. Now, I swear it's show business, folks. It's like you have everything tested for hours, and then as soon as you go live, everything just breaks. It's crazy. I swear we had this thing rolling for like hours before. Anyways, so on Twitter so far, just a couple of few interesting, funny clips before we get started into our quartering segment here, right? A few interesting clips. So I saw this poor soul on Twitter yesterday. Somebody posted a video about him, Low Tier God. Now, this is about something, he's in a court, something about admitting to finally he has a daughter, but I think people were missing the real story here. I mean, this is my response. Who on God's green flat earth taught this man how to wear a tie? I mean, what are we doing here? He is wearing it on top of his shirt. Wait, he is wearing it on top of his shirt. Do you guys see this? Absolutely insane. Now, all right. Now, another thing, I just thought this was, it was just actually kind of funny to me. Anyways, so brief little minor sidetrack here. Now, here's, everybody has kind of been seeing this Liam guy, right? This, previously had history with Comicsgate and everything like that, right? I'm still trying to take a deeper dive into his, like, history and everything like that, because there is a lot to him, it seems like, and, but at the very least, so he successfully took down this Katie Did Clips entire channel. She got false flagged and just erased her channel. And, I do want to take a closer look at this, right? But there's so much going on that we have to finish up with this quartering sham website membership. But we will be looking deeper into this. But what also came to my mind is that this whole environment of people like just thinking that it's totally okay to flag people down unapologetically, and that they'll, not only that they can do it without remorse, but also that they can do it and get away with it and it'll work, that YouTube will actually take these people down. And now I have been aware that this Liam character has actually done this previously, and you know what I mean? So it's not like it's just because of quartering, you know what I mean? But supposedly he has done this before. But I do think that he also felt reinvigorated, and also, felt brazen enough to do a 6-hour live stream to where he was just openly talking about reporting and false flagging people, right? So, if you haven't seen this, obviously share this around. I haven't been able to take a look at this today. I hope, does anybody know if she actually got her channel back? But here's the thing. It's like, this is only going to continue with other people, right? Now, so yeah, everybody go look at the Star Wars Girl tweet. She has a few of them, and it's mainly about the Katydid clips. But Star Wars Girl is actually also in this guy's crosshairs, so, as are many others. Why is everybody using the word unapologetically all of a sudden? You didn't know? Wait, you don't know? Baxter. Settle down, buddy. All right, sorry. Baxter is getting all riled up, folks. He's excited for the broadcast. I can't blame him. So, let's look at this. Now, the germinal decline. Somebody made this incredible website. Kino Casino went on about this the other day. And basically what he did is he sparsed the views for Jeremy Hambley's channels. Basically taking out all of his, because he's been basically padding over it with his views with his shorts content, right? His stolen shorts content. Right. Scott Schaefer, we went over the Scott Schaefer video recently. Remember, he did a great video kind of just talking about how how terrible it is that quartering has just been stealing from people unapologetically. All right. But anyways, you're live for a Don Flurgandy stream. Welcome. Now, what's great, there's a couple of cool little additions here. So we have a diagnosis, because we know he loves these, if there's one thing quartering loves, it's his excuses of, it's never him. It's definitely never, that is what's hilarious. It's definitely never that that his content is boring and that he is just ripping off other people, doesn't actually do his own investigations, his own stories. He just sits there and watches Twitter clips and other people that actually do news. It can't be that. It definitely cannot be that. Right. So we have, let's see, the channel is dying because it's well, how's everyone's weekend going? Actually, I didn't see that one yet. And then the channel's dying because it's fall. Shoot. You know what? This one, it isn't, it'll be fall, but fall's coming up. Fall's coming up and what? Fall's coming up just as, right when the midterms are coming. So. And then the channel is dying because it's not an election. Well, we got midterms, all right. So it's a great look. Yeah, was it germinaldecline.com? You tagged me about this. I saw him comment this to me and some other people on Twitter about this. And this is, holy smokes, folks. We do the, look at this. So from November of 2022, so this is long form views, right? Because that's what he's been doing with his shorts, is basically papering over and padding his view count. And like I said, my theory is that, he talked shortly about trying to retire in a few years. And my theory about this, right, why he wanted to get one last ditch effort of getting one last big sponsorship ad deal. Because the writing's on the wall. He knows this, and we'll actually go more into this in a second. And he understands that the quartering channel is pretty much dead. But anyways, I think that what he was trying to do is fool advertisers by saying, hey, look at how many views I got. I've got incredible views. And so basically he just wanted one last ditch effort. Let me get this one last bag grab with, from these advertisers. And then I'll ride off into the sunset with, my family and all the bulls. So, all right. So yeah, basically it just shows an 86.6 drop from his peak. Absolutely unfortunate. Now, could not happen to a better guy. Now, this is something interesting that just came up. So this is a message from Brad Cool. Sorry, folks. My Baxter was dealing with it here. So this just recently came up a little bit earlier ago, or at least Brad Cool commented on it. So this says, why is Brad Cool's chats being removed from promoting the quartering membership? This just, which is really interesting. So if we go in here, Brad Cool, support the show, and he links thequartering.com/join. Okay. And then we go and we look here, and it was removed. This is a confirmed real Brad Cool. It absolutely is. So, and actually, if we go back here to, wait, where is it? Yeah, here we go. Brad Cool Unlimited. It's a valid question. I've been posting my website, bradcool.com, because that's one thing I was wondering. Is like, are all links always banned from his chat, maybe, and that's why it was, deleted? But he says, this is Brad Cool himself. This is his actual Twitter, right? Bradcool.com approved. But it's a valid question. I've been posting my website, bradcool.com, on Jeremy's chat for over a month without issue. Now that URL is also being deleted. It's clearly being done manually. Deleting Jeremy's own website, though, it's extremely odd, and it's not a good look. I mean, this is one of his toughest soldiers, right? So, can we get an F for Brad Cool? Unlucky. Now, this is a screenshot from the quartering, right? And because one thing I saw a Meme Copium tweet about something else that was unrelated, but I noticed that on the screenshot, he was on the Jeremy Hambly channel and had an ad. Was it the Hambly or the quartering channel? It was one of them, and it had an ad for a VPN, for the private VPN. One of the sponsors that we saw that we went over from the previous, from the previous stream, right? And I was like, well, that's strange. Well, let's take a look at, you always got to follow the money, right? So that's what we're going to do here real quick. I was looking through all of Quartering's on the main channel. When is the last time he's been posting main channel advertisements? All right. May of 2024 was the last, unless he just recently uploaded one as the stream was coming up, right? But even then, say he did. From then back all the way to May 2024 was the last time. It was something about Warhawks. Warhawks are big mad, right? But anyways, privatevpn.com/quartering to get 83% off private internet access. Man, not even the quartering.com members can get, their codes working, and now we got private. Now everybody just gets this one, 83% off. Now, so I thought that was strange. Like, really? No ads on your... I was like, well, maybe it's both of his channels, right? Maybe it's both of his channels. But you go to the Jeremy Hambly channel, and, well, first of all, he still has it locked to where only subscribers and members can comment. Weird. And you have to be subscribed for a whole week. The champion of free speech, ladies and gentlemen. Champion of free speech. Come on, JR. Now, I get it. For a time, I do understand, didn't want people bombarding the chat, even though it's like, hey, if you're the champion of free speech, let the people speak. But, now it's like, come on, there's no way people are actually, come on. I'm sure there's still some, but it's like, come on. Anyways, so, but I looked on here, and there's June 1st and June 2nd. So he is basically advertising, hey, join the channel, join the Jeremy Hambly channel membership. He's not even doing this on the Quartering YouTube channel. You're like, hold on, wait, what? Why would you want me to join the membership on your 300,000 subscriber channel and not your 2 million sub channel? That's strange. Is it not? And there was also did I forget to bring that one up? Because there was also because he's also doing like regular advertisements on here too, right? Like sponsorships. But this is on most of his Jeremy Hambly channels. They're all saying, hey, join this channel as a member, but not on, right? And this is another one, right? Join join the channel as a member. It helps us considerably, but not on your 2 million sub channel. any person out there with a brain, even you don't even have to be a YouTuber or a content creator to know this, you should absolutely be putting your sponsorships and all of your memberships into the 2 million sub channel versus a 300K sub channel. That's insane. So I think this is basically him admitting he knows the SEO, the quartering is dead. The viewers have unfortunately passed away from the nursing homes, and they're just going to be there until the end of time. And he's just trying to basically make this soft, this quiet transition over to Jeremy Hambley. He's transitioning, folks. So I thought that was interesting. Now this is just a funny little chat message. So the last time from Orianus River, the last time I've been in here, the Rumble was 2025. Did something happen? I remember he had like 30K live viewers, and now it's only 1.5K. Is that because of the early hour? It must be. It must be because of the early hour. All right. Now okay. So if you missed our previous broadcast, we basically went down all of the quartering.com membership, and he is either overwhelmingly under delivering on these promises, or just straight up aren't, or these promises just aren't being delivered at all. Right. And so this is one thing that we called out on our latest stream. And so what I wanted to do, though, is I wanted to go into his stream and I wanted to ask him. I asked him very respectfully. I did have to do it on an alt because my main is muted or banned, whatever you want to call it, right? He gets really excited about that for some reason, which is weird. But so I went in there and let me see here. Okay, it does block it eventually. But yeah, so I went in here and you're going to see.
It'll be interesting to see. Texas is...
I say, good morning, respectfully. Do you have any response to the claims made against your website membership? And it goes by for a couple of minutes, nothing. I did want to, a lot of the chat I do blur out just because there was some crazy stuff being said. Right? We're also on YouTube, folks, so we do have to be careful.
I guess I could ask the same question.
I also tried to make sure it was in between segments. Right, I tried to post it in between segments, and I was very respectful. I didn't want him to write it off as like, oh, this is just some troll, and he's just trying to get a rise out of me. I genuinely wanted an answer because I didn't think I'd get one from email. So I'm like, okay, hey, this guy is always so confident in what he says, and what would he do if he was trying to confront somebody? He would confront them live, would he not? So I said, okay, right there with you, Jer.
Of Michigan, how the hell did Dearborn, Michigan happen?
So I'm waiting for him.
Unfortunately,
he didn't. I don't know if he was ignoring them at first or if he just didn't see them.
Woke mayors, I don't know.
So
Texas
again,
going to be looks like home jobs,
and he is reading chat. He is reading chat.
Going to be Michigan bad.
And so I'm like, okay, and I don't want to spam.
Lots of tech jobs and DFW, sand.
I'm not sitting there calling him names. I'm not calling him. I'm just saying. So I say good morning, respectfully. Do you have any response to the claims made against your website membership?
It didn't happen organically. We can agree on that. Yeah.
And again, just to no avail. And then I write, I don't want to spam.
Whatever his name is.
Sorry, let me go back here one second. I said, I don't want to spam. I just respectfully want genuine answer to the claims made about the quartering membership. And I think, and there were minutes in between these, by the way. I know in the video it's kind of back to back, but it was a decent amount of time.
Don't like it.
You were respectful in his chat, Don. I was. I really was because I wanted him to answer. I did want him to answer. Right. I wasn't just sitting there trying to get him in a stir. He's not going to believe me, but I just wanted an answer to the questions. I really did.
Absolute shout out.
Yeah, absolute shout out.
This stream sponsor, the Kids Guide.
So then he does this terrible ad read. Wait, what? Hold on, folks. He's trying He's trying to prevent us from getting here, folks. He's trying to prevent us.
It'll be interesting to see.
All right, there we go.
Texas is.
It's not going to work, Jer.
Nobody cares.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on.
True. Ordering website. What?
Okay, here we go. So he finally reads it.
I truly don't want to spam. I want to answer a claim made about the quartering website. What?
Yes.
What claim? I can't stop the show to like any response to claims against members on your website. What are you talking about?
Now strap in for this quartering Jeremy Hambley segment, ladies and gentlemen. Strap in and strap on.
You're talking about some retard made another retard video?
I have feelings,
Chat
Jeremy.
is full of members of the website. What are you talking about?
Say that
Talking
again?
about some retard made another retard video?
Yes, this is me in the chat, by the way. That's why I showed the chat here. And so what I type in the bottom here, I said, the claim is that the membership perks.
What are you talking about?
The claim is that the membership perks aren't available.
Yeah, definitely.
Or heavily under
You
delivered.
can always tell when they're like, oh, I'm curious. I promise this is in good faith, guys. I promise this is in good faith. Hey, is every stupid lie that people say about you true? I'm just asking. I'm just your buddy.
Well, is it a lie then? If it's a lie, then say it's a lie then. And say why it's a lie, how it's a lie. This absolutely wasn't good faith. I didn't come in here saying, hey, poo pants, did you know what I mean? No, I just came in here. Good morning, sir. Did you happen to see the claims made against the membership on thequartering.com?
Guy.
And if you don't have time to respond to it in the middle of the show, why are you doing it right now? The bad faith cope. Yes, this is what people do when they're in the wrong and they don't have an actual genuine answer. They just start finding things that they can argue against. So he's reading my message. The one that I said that the claim is that the membership perks are either heavily underdelivered or they're not available.
Oh, there's some video going around about a guy pretending to join your membership. Oh, okay.
That was Brad Cool. Brad Cool, what the heck, man? Pretending to join? You have my $6, sir, okay? You have my $6 hard-earned dollars that I stole off a bum at the nearby Walgreens.
Not a single member's complained. So, again, suck my whole ass.
Whoa! Hold on there.
There does need to be a little bit of updates, though.
Oh, there does. Hold on. Not a single member's complained. First of all, does that make it okay? Is that what charlatans say? Oh, hey, nobody's complained yet, so get screwed. Is that what people say? But then you even admit, in the same breath, oh, well, we actually do need to do some updates. Really? But nobody's complained. What does it matter?
Members only videos need to go back, for sure.
Do they? But well, why? Nobody's complained. Nothing's wrong, right? What do you mean? It's just nonsense. It's just bad faith nonsense.
That needs to happen. Or I just need to upload, take them off the perks.
That would be great. That is all I was asking. Is if that's your response, fine. And do it. Do it.
There are perks that aren't available, guys.
Yeah, so absolutely incredible pause here. But so yeah, that's one thing that you asked about the perks. You just admitted they are not valid by saying there needs to be updates. Exactly. And so that's what I said, is that there are perks that aren't available. I think part of that I actually did write in caps. It was in the video as well too. And so he's like starting to spurg out a bit. But because he knows I'm right. That's what's really, because if he knew I was wrong, he would just be like, you're an idiot. They're all available. There may be one that's having some issues, but I'll update that. I apologize. We've been behind. We should have that updated. That is honestly the only thing you had to do. Hey, this got out of hand. I unfortunately just fell asleep at the wheel a bit with the website. We should be updating it. We're transitioning to our new time slot, guys. It's really this new time slot's really throwing us off. But that's literally all you had to say.
Guys, I'm here in good faith.
And first of all, who cares if I'm here in good faith or not? Answer it, you nincompoop. If I'm wrong, prove it. Say something. Stop coping. Stop whining. Stop complaining. Say something, Jeremy.
Nobody cares.
Really?
Nobody who joins a website cares. Not one member
We'll see about that.
has ever complained.
And what? Yeah, nobody that gets scammed complains until they do. What are you talking about? It's just such a crazy. The actual answer would be like either no, we're not, or sorry, there are some outdated perks and features on the website, and we'll be fixing that very quickly. No, he's just like, oh no, well nobody's complained, so get screwed, quartering.com members.
But I will fix those promo codes.
But why? Nobody's complaining. Nothing's wrong with them. What do you mean? Bad faith does equal. Yeah, asking questions is bad faith. Exactly.
Saw that yesterday.
Oh, so you did see the Channel 404 news coverage. Interesting.
Crashing out, guys. Clip it. Make a 15-minute video.
Oh, we'll make more than 15 minutes out of it, buddy.
Overly dramatic, emotional words.
So what was hold on. There was some things that I was, oh yes, here's the thing. Well, hold on. Sorry, I forgot to.
Update, so.
Yeah, I said, so there are
videos
perks
need to go
that
back,
aren't available.
For sure. Take them off the perks.
Oh, wait.
I'm here in good faith.
Here we go. Hold
Nobody
on.
cares. Nobody who joins a website cares. Not
Oh,
one member
so this
has
is where I
ever
say,
complained.
I just want a genuine answer, or I'm about to type it.
But I will fix those promo codes. I saw
Because I'm
that
also
yesterday.
listening for what he's saying.
He's crashing out, guys. Clip it. Make a 15-minute video.
Notice I have not called him names. I have not. Like I said, there was
dramatic emotional
there was
words
one thing where I said the perks do not work.
Just
that was
wanted
in
a genuine answer.
that
I'm
was
sure
in
you did.
that was in caps, right? That was partly in caps when I was saying I do not want the perks just aren't available. There are perks that aren't available. Sorry for my mishmouth. But yeah, so the only thing that I said was in caps was saying there are perks that aren't available. And also was to make sure that he actually saw it. Right? Because his chat was almost as fast as mine. So I was like, okay, I just want to make sure he sees it.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure your account wasn't created today.
So yeah, this is where he brings in this.
Yeah. Just wanted a genuine answer. I'm sure.
Yes, I did. I just wanted a genuine answer. I get that he probably just thinks that I'm just trolling him and I'm just trying to, whatever, right? But when you get into this coping state of mind, you just can't see the good from the bad.
You did. I'm sure you did. I'm sure your account wasn't created today.
First, what does that have to do with it? Anybody that wants to talk to you has to create a brand new account because you just ban anything that's mildly abrasive. Even think you're banning people for saying smash that like button. Get it together, Jeremy. What are you talking about? And he's hiding responses that say, have a good weekend or how's your weekend?
Let's see.
Wait, did I write these yet? Hold on.
No perks for you. Yeah, no perks for you. Until morale improves, I'm not adding the perks.
Did I write it already?
It was.
here we go.
Are you serious?
Oh, I was about to ask him, so you don't need to update
How can
it?
you check that? That's so funny if it was.
But so you see how like this is like the copium overdose at play, right? So whenever he has nothing of actual substance to respond with, he's like, let me find some. Oh, was the account created today? Like, what is, like, literally, does that make me right? Does that make me wrong? And it's like, it's not like I just like I had to because you banned my main account. I'm a quartering.com member, goddammit. All right? If anybody deserves to be here, it's me. I'm one of like the 200 people actually paying for this for this ridiculous website membership.
You did fucking create your account today. I got you.
I got you? What do you I don't know what he means. Hey, guys, he got me. Jeremy, you got me, buddy. I just genuinely, but like I said, it's like the copium overdose, right? It's just like I don't have anything great. I'm just nailing these pauses, by the way. But it's just like when I have nothing of actual substance of any and no retort, let me just think of something like, oh, his account's created today, so that means he's wrong or something. And so I even tell them, I even say, you banned my main account. So that's what I'm typing. I'm not typing in caps or anything. I just said, you banned my main account, sir.
Yeah.
I even said, sir.
Account created today. I'm just a longtime fan. I'm just curious if you could address.
Wait, hold on. Who said I was a longtime fan? See, now he's just creating delusions in his head. I never said I was a longtime fan.
Ridiculous. These ridiculous.
You have to be a longtime fan to ask you anything in good faith?
Claims that nobody.
Good faith, bad faith. If you're such a big shot, if the truth is on your side, prove me wrong. Do it. Why not just do it?
Also actually cares about.
You banned. Oh yes,
By
I
the
said
way,
you banned my main account, sir.
You can support the show by joining the members Discord.
What's interesting about this, and I pointed this out in a tweet earlier this week, this is the first website ad, technically, he briefly brings it up, since our segment on Sunday, which was really strange. Not a single website ad Monday on either Monday, or sorry, on none of the Monday shows. Not on, was it just one Monday show? Sorry. Neither of the Tuesday show. And he hadn't brought it up until I had brought this to his attention. I'm pretty sure he never goes that long without bringing a quartering.com membership ad up, correct? I might be wrong, but that seems an awful long time. I mean, there was the Friday show had like 3 in the last 20 minutes alone just for that dang membership site.
You can just go to thequartering.com.
Can I?
/join right now and join. Now.
Oh, hold on. So this is when I type into something. Hold on.
The show by joining the members.
Now,
Discord.
I will say, I got a little worked up here because it was
You can just go to
hilarious.
thequartering.com.
So I'm like, I'm in caps.
join
Can I?
Now and join.
And I say,
Now,
does the
what
link
you
work?
get is basically direct access to me. You can message me directly via Discord, or there's a special email
In the bottom
inbox
right.
that
It
goes
might be hard to
directly
read.
me.
I'm sorry. So I'm saying, really?
Members only videos.
Well, when I click on the link, it
Should
does
probably do
not
that.
work.
Q&A sessions take place on Discord. And some sponsor discounts.
And then he realizes it. He reads what I'm saying, obviously. He realizes it. And what do you think happens?
Join the Discord. You can email me directly. But both support the show for the price of coffee a month at thequartering.com/join. So
Now I say
Feel
again,
free to
this is my
join
alt because
today.
you banned my main.
Steel Shatter says, Mr. Quartering, I have to correct you on something. Foreigners are actually grilling. They grill cats, dogs, and geese. That's true.
So after reading my messages of saying, oh, really? The link, really? Can I just join your Discord? Because the link absolutely does not work. For a fact, neither the public or the private Discord links, none of them work. And what was it? What else was he saying here? Oh, yeah. And he was getting all excited about me being a new account for some reason. I still don't understand why, like, new account means wrong or something. I don't know. Oh, you know what I think it is? I think because in his brain, okay, hold on. In his brain, I said that I was a longtime quartering fan, which I literally never said. So maybe he's just like, oh, it's a new account, so he can't possibly. So yeah, it's like I said, it's just another effect of the copium, ladies and gentlemen. Tis strong. Now what happens? Go ahead, do it, Jer. Do it, Jer. Go ahead, buddy.
There is a Discord. Yep.
he read my message and then he's like, "Oh, I think what he was. I wonder if he was trying to test the link off screen and then realize that it actually doesn't work." And he's like, "Oh, there is a Discord. Okay." Go ahead, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. We got it, folks.
It's almost like what
The bye to seal it off. Bye. Oh my gosh. I honestly, I did not expect that much of a crash out, to be completely honest. I thought he was just going to be like, whatever, get out of here. You're an idiot. I don't have anything to say to you. But I think what happens is once he realizes that it's actually something that catches him on something that he's incorrect about, then he starts spurging out a bit. So, what is going on with my dashboard here? All right. Anyways.
one of those things where
So let's finish the
when
rest
you
of this
cover
real quick.
kind of news for a living.
So here's the thing. All right. Actually, yeah, I'm wondering if I want to, before we go into the, yeah, I'm going to wait. We'll watch the, oh, these are just some funny clips, and then we'll go into the new part two, the new information that has come to light about this
You
membership
don't
in
want
this
bad
Discord.
things to happen. At least I don't. But it's like when things are just kind of coasting.
This was at the beginning of the stream, by the way. Sorry, it's a little bit out of order because I wanted to get to the crash out first and respond to that.
There's not a lot. Like there's not a lot. I was scraping the bottom of the news barrel for topics today, so we'll see.
Oh, gifted. I'm so. Hold
Don't
on,
you put
folks.
that
It's
on
my. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Let me get to my dashboard here because all of my OBS is literally like across two different screens for some reason. Anyways, Low Temp Dabs, thank you so much for the 2 gifted subs to Thickest Wilds and Felt It In. Please thank anybody that gives you a sub. And then Low Temp Dabs subscribed himself. Bulu Cthulhu for the Rage Quit. If you had Melanis Mac doing your tech, this wouldn't be happening. I hear she will be available soon for the 500 kicks. Holy smokes. Thank you so much, and Felt It In for the follow. But that's, I mean, yeah, we'll see if we can get her on the show. We see if we can get her as our new technical correspondent, so that way we can get these tech issues out of the way. It's so funny because as soon as we think we're done with them. Anyways, Misty Mochi with the Rage Quit for 500 kicks. I stand with Don Flurgandy. Thank you. And I stand with Baxter. And Platty Stein for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Platty Stein coming in hot. And Johnny Junkers, you know what filled rear end subscribed. Thank you so. We're also on YouTube, folks. Okay, so gotta be careful here. Gotta be careful here. You know, Jared's gonna be looking for any reason to take us down. So, all right. And then of course, Rock Quarter Pounder. Thank you for the gifted subs while I was offline. Thank you so much. All right, folks. Let's go into this. Like I said, the YouTube monetization, we're just waiting for it to be reviewed. Hopefully that comes through pretty soon. But on with the content.
Don't.
I mean, he needs to sign. This is what happens when Melanie Mac's not there. So I was wondering why how it got so poor. Melanie Mac's not there. That's why these tech issues just continue. Look at this. He keeps it like this, I swear to you, for like 20 seconds.
You do not do it. Don't redeem it. Do not redeem it. No. Why did you redeem? Why did you redeem?
Holy.
Why did you redeem it?
Holy smokes, folks. So he just leaves it like this. This isn't a still image.
Sir.
Look, oh my gosh, my glorious hair. Hold on. I mean, hey, far be it from me to talk about technical issues right now, but I don't have a window in front of my face while doing a very poor Indian accent. First of all, I mean, Jerry, you were like more Indian than somebody that was born in India. Look at what do you do? Look at your shorts. What are you talking about, sir?
Do not redeem it.
This is why. Oh, you know what it is? This is Indian on Indian crime, folks. He's upset. They're encroaching on his territory, and he's upset.
Don't redeem it.
He finally realizes it.
This is all going on the same day. Frisco City Hall.
So here's the thing. So I don't worry. I cut this short for you guys for entertainment purposes. So here's the thing. We talked about this a little bit on the last broadcast. I think he's using this Carmelo Anthony trial as his new Charlie Kirk squeeze, right? And he keeps talking about, the trial's not going to be televised, guys. But don't worry. I have somebody in the courtroom, and I have somebody on the ground. I have on the ground sources. I'm like, oh, that's strange. I kind of don't believe you. But you know what he keeps on bringing up? He did it on his broadcast yesterday. He keeps bringing up these Sarah Fields tweets. Right? And remember, he was like, oh, we're going to have that person on here multiple times a week, maybe multiple times a day even.
Anti-redneck rally. Now, this is, I don't know, supposed to be unrelated to the Carmelo trial, but seems related to it because it was happening at City Hall. He says, so far, the only people who have shown up to the anti-redneck Frisco rally in Frisco, Texas, are good old-fashioned American redneck patriots. Where are all the Indians that were supposed to be there?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what's another interesting little tidbit about here? Kiwi Possum for the 1,000 kicks. Holy smokes. For the pack it up. Okay, come on. Felt that guy, Don. You're the most trusted news source. You're the most trusted source of the news. I appreciate the rest of your message, sir. But thank you so much for the kicks. Thank you so much for the support, folks.
This guy eventually shows up, and it also doesn't go well. I have some clips of him. Here's
He's got more Twitter
Muhammad
clips,
is a
folks.
Carrolltown resident who is
But
currently
see, he keeps on bringing up Sarah Fields tweets, and he's done this before. I think he's going to try to get Sarah. I think Sarah Fields is who he's talking about. And if that is so insane. When you say I have inside sources on the ground in the courtroom, it's not just like another creator. It's like, no, that usually means like you have your own correspondent, right?
multiple felony charges and also a candidate for Carrollton mayor in May 2026 election. In 2024, he pleaded guilty to more than 100 felony counts of mail ballot fraud.
We trust 404 News. Yes, we do. Thank you.
All right, let's get into this last story because
let's
one's
do
also
that.
crazy.
I did leave this full one in. Oh yeah, another quick thing he did on that Carmelo Anthony thing. I took this out, but he basically at the start of his Carmelo Anthony coverage, he kept on saying how, oh, that's weird. There's no support for Carmelo Anthony out there in the crowd, outside of the courtroom, and where's all the Carmelo Anthony protests? And then literally minutes later, he talks about how there were supporters outside for Carmelo. It's hilarious. Anyway, so how many people saw my tweet about this afternoon? His crumble cookie breakdown. We'll see.
Kind of slow news time of year.
Slow news,
You know?
but hold on. I mean, that's why you went to the new time slot, Jared. That's why you went to the new time slot, so you can get the fresh news right when it's fresh. Because that's the only time when news happens, right? Is right in the morning. Nothing ever happens after 8 a.m.
This summer is going to be tough. The summer is going to be tough, at least probably until midterms.
I mean, the summer's tough. The fall is the fall. I mean, Keno Casinos talked about this, but it's so crazy, man. It's The fall's tough. The winter's tough. I mean, spring's coming up, My neighbor hasn't cut his grass in 3 weeks. I don't know how I'm going to get any viewers.
At least probably until midterms. It's going to be slow news. And I mean, there's news about the new God of War video game, but it's like, it looks like crap. Do I even make a video? Like,
it's like he just announced his new time slot, right? He just formally announced it this week. And you're already talking about, I don't have news to talk about. Slow news day, slow news again. And he'll talk about how I had to scrape the bottom of the barrel.
am I going to make another video where it's like, oh, they made a female protagonist in the video game. No one's going to buy it. It's like, I feel like I've made that video so many flipping times that I'm just,
You think?
it's not exciting me. It's not exciting to me to make that video.
Ridiculous.
Well, there seems to be an arms race in unhealthy food just to gain headlines across the internet. First, it was basically, when I was growing up, it was who could put the most caffeine in their drink. It started with the infamous Jolt Cola. If anybody's old enough to remember Jolt, it was a big deal to get Jolt Cola.
Any
And it tasted terrible.
Jolt Cola
I remember
enjoyers out there?
convincing my parents to let me get a Jolt Cola, and it always tasted flat. Like, it was not good. Then, of course, came Surge.
Are you telling me that his parents were shaking up the soda and like basically just taking out all the carbonation and then giving it to him? His parents were trolling him. Just taking out all the
Just a
carbonation.
soda.
Here you go, Jer.
Which is like a highly
Nice
caffeinated
flat
Mountain Dew
Jolt Cola
competitor.
for you.
Very good stuff. Commercials, jumping over couches.
Yes,
Me and
all he
my
talks about is food and drinks.
Friends
and
would reenact that. We loved our Surge soda and ham, spam and macaroni for lunch. Surge was good stuff. And if you're eating this stuff more than occasionally, you're probably not in the best shape.
So here's when he talks about Crumble Cookie. So basically, they released this new drink, which is absurd. But Crumble Cookie, if you know Crumble Cookie, like that's their thing, is just incredibly over the top, like cookies with like a mountain of chocolate and right? Like just that's their thing. And so they released a new drink that has 186,000 milligrams of sugar, which is insane. Don't get me wrong. But let's hear Jeremy's take about it, shall we?
I feel like it's a little predatory.
Huh.
I'm not saying it should be illegal,
Okay.
but I'm just saying, hey, that's why I cover it. And I'm like, maybe don't drink this. Maybe if you want to drink 12 cans of Coke, you don't have to drink them all at once. Maybe spread it out a little bit. I think
Really?
eventually, if they had to put a label on here that said 186 grams of sugar, this is like cigarettes. I would actually be for them having to put the label on there. I would be for that. 100%.
Really? So you would be for them putting a label on their drink? Really, Jer? You know what? I have to agree with you. I definitely agree with you. But that's so strange considering you threw such a fit about putting a label on your coffee.
Contains 186 grams of sugar and 800 calories. How many people would order it then?
True.
Probably
So
not.
you're worried about the safety of the consumer, and you think the consumer should know the ingredients, exactly what is going into that drink for their safety. Interesting. I agree with you, which is why everyone told you, and actually, it's not just that we told you, the FDA tells you that you should be listing your ingredients to flavored coffee for the safety of the consumer if they're allergic to anything inside of your beverage, inside of your food, whatever it is, right? It is just so insane to me, the amount of hypocrisy this man just spouts. It's crazy, is it not?
Not as many. Probably not as many.
Absolutely absurd, people. Absolutely absurd. All right. Now, on to the next one, shall we? So, what I wanted to do is So before we go into the next segment, right? Let me just say, for how long, like how rough everything's been going for Jeremy, I genuinely would be laying off, and I think a lot of others agree that they would also be laying off. But, you know, you just think about it. He has still not just admitted fault, apologized, and just let this thing move on so he can continue to spout his riveting news commentary, right? But instead of just apologizing and acknowledging his inappropriate behavior towards women, like at the Ren Fair, his inappropriate behavior towards Kino Casino, threatening to destroy them and take everything from them, right? But no, he can't just do that. He just cannot. His pride, which is crazy that he has that much pride, it just won't allow him to admit fault, because this absolutely would have been blown over. There might be some trolls hanging on or whatever, right? But this absolutely would have been blown. He can be doing his terrible news in silence, in absolute silence, with all the dead air. But he just cannot do that. He did one half-assed apology, didn't even name Kino Casino, and then removed it. What did he say about his Ren Fair behavior? Oh, it's just a joke, which he said it was a joke, which was strange because it was like over an hour of him making very inappropriate remarks to women, right? But it's just like because especially like the Friday crash out, it almost really did have me feeling bad for him, right? And here's the thing, I can't emphasize this I can't emphasize this enough, right? I'm not about people bombarding him. Nobody go do that. I am just trying to hold him to a very real standard, especially when it comes to this membership sham. Like you just need to answer for this, right? I don't want people going and harassing you in real life. I don't want people bombarding you, anything like that, right? We don't condone that. That's absurd, right? You know who hasn't come out and said that? Jeremy. He has not said that a single time. Tell me if I'm wrong. He has not come out and said, hey, if you're a fan of mine, we've talked about this a bit, but this is important, right? And why even Liam feels like empowered to do what he's doing now, right? Like, hey, if you're a fan of mine, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help you. Do not do that. Because I do think that some of the people that have been flagged down may not have been Jeremy, but it absolutely was ignited by him, right? And it absolutely was driven by him in his words. Anyways, right? So I just want to reiterate that, right? I just want to reiterate, nobody go and take this outside, just everybody be respectful, hold him to the standard that he should be held to. Anyways, and also, before I go back into this scam of a website membership, what I do want to say, I do want to make a very clear distinction. I made it a little bit before, right? But do I think that he created this quartering.com membership to just rip off his fans and he really didn't plan on doing this? No, I don't think that. I think he just drew up an elaborate plan for this website, and he thought that it was going to be very successful. He thought it was going to grow his community. He thought it was going to break in the big bucks, possibly, right? But it just didn't turn out that way. It did not turn out that way at all. And once he realized that it wasn't bringing him in cash and that it wasn't really growing the community, he just kind of gave up on it, right? Now here's the thing. It's still wrong, right? Because people are still paying him. People are still expecting what they signed up for. It is still wrong, but I do think it is different than being on the scale of just being an absolute charlatan that just concocted this scheme to rip people off and nothing more, right? And, as far as like criminal or anything like that, no, I'm not worried about. Anyways. But I mean, because let's be honest, I don't even know how many people actually got ripped off here. This thing is so unpopular, but it's still wrong. No matter what, it's still wrong. And he could have easily responded to this and just said, hey, yes, sorry, that's really out of date. We really need to update this. And I would have came out here and said, hey, guys, hey, we pushed forward, we put the information out there. He copped to it. He fessed up to it. He's going to fix it. We'll make sure that he sticks to his word and he fixes it, but we'll leave it alone. If he said he's going to fix it, okay, fine. And not some half-assed, we do need to, yeah, I guess we do need to kind of update those videos. No, that's not what we mean. We mean an outright admittal that you've been asleep at the wheel with this website, right? Just before I move on here to Skyron the Pilot with the gifted subs. Thank you so much. Even gifted a sub to Kino Casino Gaming. I mean, they're not subbed yet. Come on. No, I'm just kidding. Man, can't shout those guys out enough. But anyways, and then Skyron the Pirates, the Skyron the Pilot subscribed himself as well. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Really appreciate it, folks. All right. Now, since the Quartering loves, let's see here. So since the Quartering loves Grok, he loves Grok, right? I mean, it pretty much writes his show for him from what we've seen leaked. So I wanted to ask Grok, when someone sells you a membership to a website, but a lot of the perks that were listed as value propositions for the memberships don't exist and or are underdelivered, is that a scam? Thought for 4 seconds. Pretty quick. Yes. That's generally considered a form of a scam or deceptive practice, specifically false advertising or unfair/deceptive trade practices. It doesn't always rise to the level of full-blown criminal scam. Yep. Agreed. Like outright fraud rings, right? And like I said, I made that same distinction on the first broadcast and on this one, right? But it often violates consumer protection laws that can qualify as fraudulent or scammy behavior, right? Because here's the thing. He's also getting into a contract with you when he puts that membership live with those perks and those listed, that TOS, and as you sign your agreements and pay in the money, that's also a contract for him, right? So why it fits why it fits as deceptive or scammy, the misrepresentation of value, and it goes into some of the legal stuff right there, right? So selling a membership based on specific perks that don't exist or are heavily underdelivered is a classic false or misleading advertising, right? And laws require ads to be truthful, not deceptive, and backed up by reality. Well, Jer has a huge problem with reality. So anyways, I just thought, I know how much he loves Grok, so I wanted to use Grok, right? So let's go back down these real quick. Just to go back down these perks, right? Member-only videos has not been one for over a year. I wondered if someone here's the thing. He can get off on a technicality, but here's the thing. If you are a new, and sorry, let me say this as well too. Whenever I went into this, and what we have to look at this is through the lens of an honest fan that wants to buy this membership and is looking for these perks, correct? We can't just look at this as like, oh, we want to own Jer or anything like that. No, right? Like, does an honest fan and an honest member, are they getting what they paid for? And what are they thinking when they, are looking to be convinced by this, right? When you see this, you're just like, oh, great. I'm going to be looking for I'm going to be seeing some new, quality content, some exclusive content by Jeremy and the team. But you go in there, there's no member. The last member video was over a year ago in March of 2025. And, funnily enough, it was about, what was it? Addressing the haters or no, dealing with haters. Hilarious. Private Discord access. Nope. Can't do it. Right? The links absolutely do not work, neither for the public or the private Discord, right? Now, he says he wants me to email him, which is what I kind of figured is what he would say. That's absurd because he would actually, I guarantee if he thought I was a troll, right? He wouldn't give me the link. He wouldn't let me, right? And it's like, if I go in there doing something nonsensical or whatever, right? Fine. Ban me, right? But either way, if you're a regular Quartering.com member, the links don't work. They absolutely do not work. Checked them again. Checked them again today just to make sure. Unless they just started this minute. Exclusive sponsor discounts. I was trying to give a little bit of leeway on this, right? So there is one exclusive discount that we were able to work in, right? And which was the ammunition, right? And then the other one was Meta PCs. Do I have these up here? or I did. One was Meta PCs, but Meta PCs, it rung up as a firefighter and first responder, or no, military and first responder discount. That's not exclusive to quartering. And it also said 50% off it also said an additional 50% off code for, than the regular discount. Right? But anyways, 4 of the codes outright don't even work. Not even the one for his own freaking company works. Right? Absurd. Ad-free experience. Again, how? The ads are baked into the videos. There is absolutely an ad on the website. Please do not tell me you're talking about that website, Jeremy. Let's pull up the website. Right? Let's pull up the website. All right, we're on the quartering.com. What's here? What is an entire tab? Coffee brand coffee. An entire section of your website is a dedicated ad to your coffee, which I don't get a discount for. The discount there, you don't get a discount for Coffee brand coffee. It doesn't work. That is absolutely an ad. Right? So, sorry, lost our spot here. Now, what else here? So ad-free experience, nonsense. Direct chat with Jeremy. This you can actually do. But this, to be honest, you don't even need the Discord. You don't even need this membership to do that. I did it this morning. We had a great chat. Right. All right. Monthly Q&A sessions. These don't exist. You can ask him questions in the Discord. There is a thread, and we're going to go over this. There's a thread that you can ask questions to Jeremy. He doesn't do monthly Q&As, though. I'm going to give him half of a pass because he will answer questions, but it's not, there are months that he skips, and there are months you won't hear from him in there, but also it's just, it's not like a sit down, hey guys, here's our February, Q&A session. This is your chance to ask me and Melanie and the crew some great questions. That doesn't happen. It may have happened years ago. I don't, because this course, as we'll go over, it started in like 2024 or something like that, right? And then the member badge on streams, sure, why not? Anyways, and now just to look again at this, join the quartering, the inner circle, right? So unset your Discord, right? First of all, Melanie is misspelled, which is hilarious. But it also says, Melanie, let's see, we're going to see exactly how active Melanie is in this Discord, right? Because this is still part of your advertisement of why should I join the membership and the Discord and the circle, right? And then this over here was really strange. I kind of glossed over a bit, but your membership funds the legal battles and keeps independent media alive. When's the last legal battle that he's dealt with? What? Anyways, raw vlogs, studio tours, and personal updates. Yeah, right. Now, let me just make sure I got everything here right. All right, again, we're in the POV of a real, God's honest quartering fan when we're looking at this, right, folks? So, let me pull this up. Sorry. Anyways, this is, so I was reached out to by a longtime quartering.com member. He joined in November of 2024, and this started in like September of 2024. Now he had said, I joined in November of 2024. This was the first post in this channel, which we'll see, right? Which is from him testing, and we'll see that. The Discord's been around since 2019. I think his admin just revamped it, and most members are showing joined in the fall of 2024. The earliest I found is September, which coincides with his hello messages. Right? So this is Jeremy saying hello in the Discord back in September of 2024. Now, one thing I did too is because I don't want any flack for any of his fans right? I did leave this cute dog in there. It's a cute dog. But I blocked out everybody's profile pictures, everybody's name. I don't want any they're just God's honest fans. There are people in there just trying to have a fun community. No problem with that. We don't want to send any flag towards anybody, right? They're just in there having a good old time, I guess, right? Or they're trying to, but unfortunately it's a ghost town. So this is him testing it. These are all of the channels. We got, I mean, geez, they're all the same thing. General chat, politics. As you can see, there's so many, there should be a dot because they're always so active. There should be a dot. Now, he did go through a lot of these like yesterday or something like that, or early in the day. Either yesterday or either early in the day or the day before. So that's why, because the first one he sent to me, they were all lit up because he hadn't checked in forever, right? But as you can see, it's it's thriving. But anyways, so they have general gaming, general chat, finance, sports, questions for the quartering, politics, memes, promo codes, which the last promo code in there, which we can see too, was back in 2024. But anyways, member only video posts. Yeah, right. But basically just a bunch. There you have health and wellness, religion and faith. Their book club, and other general stuff, right? And they used to do like a, call-in queue, this is when I think they actually used to host a Q&A session. So, looking at the total amount of messages Quartering has had in this Discord, right? So, these are on the miscellaneous channels. He kind of just sparsely, some of them he has none. I mean, 0 in moms only, that makes sense. 35, only 35 in politics. Discord's been around since 2024, by the way. So he mainly talks in the general chat and the questions for quartering, right? Those are the two main ones that he goes into, right? He has 989 total messages, right, since this came out. But if you think about that, so that's over a 2-year period. It's over 41 messages a month, right? Or a little over a message a day. But if you're constantly talking to your thousands of fans in this thriving Discord, doing Q&As every month, it's like, wait, what? That doesn't seem like awfully a lot. Interesting. Now, one of the somewhat active threads in here is actually the religion and faith channel. There are some, genuine believers that are in there trying to hold a Bible study. That they try to maintain a Bible study or like a discussion group every week, right? Like I said, I blocked all their names out. I don't want anybody getting any flack, right? But what's strange about it is when he looked at the quartering as a brand new Christian who is just loving Christ and, just can't say enough about how Charlie Kirk drove him to Christ, right? The quartering had absolutely no messages in religion. He had no messages in religion. We're the ones he had known. He had nothing in religion. General, he had the most. And then he had 0 in the pets, 0 in moms only, that's fine, 0 in finance, 2 in sports, right? But as a brand new Christian, shouldn't you be up there chatting with all your believers? Interesting. But also, let's take a look at Melanie Mack. So we have Melanie Mack. One second, folks. Sorry, folks. A little bit of a Baxter break. Hold on. There's some other dogs outside, and he's getting all riled up. All right. Thank you, buddy. All right. Sorry about that, folks. All righty. So, we look at this. Sorry, folks. All right. All right, continued. Anyways, so if we look at Melanie Mack, out of the 2 years of being here, the most she had was in general chat. She had 260 messages, right? And then she talked once. She's talked once in religion and faith. 7 months ago, the Gen Chat, she hasn't been in there in 8 months. Doesn't Jeremy constantly talk about it? I noticed that he stopped doing it more recently because I think he knows how much of a sham that is. But didn't he constantly talk about, hey, talk to me and Melanie Mack all the time in this Discord? You got to join. Doesn't he say that all the time? Right? I remember him just constantly talking about like, hey, you can talk to me and Melanie, and we're all in there just hanging out, having a great time. But as the devout and totally not fake Christian that Melanie Mack is, you figured she would just be busy leading Bible studies and having great conversations. And to be honest, right? These people that were in here, they're like genuine, they're just have really nice conversations from what it looked like, right? They're just trying to have decent Bible discussions. It's like, you really can't pop in there and do one Bible discussion with them? That seems strange. So yeah. One message in religion and faith. Melanie Mack's faith is fading. So this is Jeremy. He had 674. This is just his messages in Gen Chat. A lot of his chat is obviously from recently, right? During the whole nonsense going on, right? And then this is just to show you exactly his 300 messages for questions of the quartering. This is over a 2-year period, of course. But one thing I also noticed is that, because the closest thing I could find to a Q&A is this questions for quartering, but he would go a month, like April, nothing. February, there was nothing. There was a few in January, or there were some in January. There was a few in March. Right. So, but as these two just incredible Christians, right? I just really feel like they would have a strong presence in their Discord with their followers. That part is just really strange to me. It's like, really, like, and they do try to ping them, by the way. They try to say like, hey, there's this great, we're going to have these great discussions. They try to ping Melanie Mack to no avail. But yeah, or like I said, she responded once in the 2 years of being in that great Discord, right? Okay. And then we've got, the coffee brand coffee. Now, this is a strange thing. They did these commissions, and I asked him if he knew of anybody that got paid by these commissions. He never really heard much about them. Which kind of makes sense. Like, supposedly you were able to get paid if you were to refer people. Like I said, I think he really thought that this membership thing was going to take off, but it clearly didn't. Another thing too, I found that there's the membership. If you go to the quartering, right, there's the membership, like watching content. You can watch the stream from the membership thing. Sorry, from the membership view, right? But the thing is, so there's a quartering members, but it's a public. It is a public rumble. It's just a public rumble. Maybe this was private at one time. And I was checking the videos on this member stream and this quartering members rumble. All these are also on the main quartering channel. Because I was trying to see, like, what does he mean by early stream access, right? Absurd. But yeah, as people that love to tout their Christianity and talk about how great Christianity is and how much they love their religion and love God, they can't even talk with their community about it? Interesting. You figured that's what you would want to do, no? All right. So just to go back over this a little bit, right? Sorry, folks, just going through here. So again, now, let me see. So, all right. So if I have some points for quartering, if I were to get him to either respond to these, what was it, 6 points? If you can respond to these 6 points quartering and handle them, then fine. We'll leave you alone about it. But just answer these 6 points for me, right? So for the first perk on your list are about videos that are over a year old. Will they be updated? I know he kind of half made a little remark like, oh, yeah, we do have to update that. Do it. Stop talking about it and do. I thought you had a team. I thought you had a team of people working for you. There are Discord chat rooms. There were Discord chat rooms, but I don't think there were actually like records for it. But you know someone who got paid for a commission by Jared. It should be in the lore. Oh, really? Okay. Hey, we'll put that information out there. No, thanks for the caps too. That's fine. So, hey, if you know somebody got paid for the commission, that's good. I want to get that information out there too, though. Then, I definitely do. All right. So, sorry. So, points for quartering. Please answer these or just respond to this. The first perk on your list are about the videos, the member videos that are over a year old. Will those actually be updated? Or will you remove that from your perk list that you are trying to convince people to sign up for? What does early stream access mean? Early stream access. What does that mean? The stream is just live when it's live. There is no early access. And I did try to, oh, that's another thing. I tried to access that because there's a watch when you're behind the paywall, right? When you're in your profile, there is like a watch that leads you to the Rumble live stream. But it's just, even whenever his actual live stream was on, I couldn't watch his live stream because it links to the old one. It links to this old members only one. And that one's not live anymore. So you can't even watch his live stream from thequartering.com from your membership profile page. Ridiculous. All right. So what does early stream access actually mean? How is it an ad-free experience? They're baked into your videos and your live streams. And if you're talking about the website, that website has an entire tab, an entire page for Coffee Brand Coffee, of which you do not even receive a discount code for. So that is absolutely an advertisement. Point 4. Only 2 of your coupon codes work, and only 1 is actually quartering exclusive. Care to comment about that? Are your Discord links working yet? They still are not. As of today, unless they started working this moment, they are not working. And lastly, do you think this is honest to a genuine fan who sees these perks and decides to buy a membership? And that is truly the most important question. You are taking money from your fans. Don't worry about me. My $6, have it, buddy. But when you are actually taking money from your fans and deceiving them with these perks that do not exist or are heavily exaggerated or are very underwhelmingly provided, and you look at you need to talk about these honest fans, do you think that they're getting their money's worth? Do you think that this is a sham, what you're providing them or what you're telling them before they sign up for this? So if you can answer those 6 questions, quartering, then I'll be like, hey, I'm sorry, I was wrong. He's going to take care of it. Folks, we'll let it be. Bravo, quartering. I hope your fans get what they're paying for from now on. Oh, folks. I don't know. Now, as far as, hold on, let me see here. So, hey, I hope he's able to answer those questions. I really hope so. Gunterra for the Rage Quit, supporting 404 News for the price of a coffee for the 500 kicks. Thank you so, so much. Let me make sure I didn't miss any here. Thanks for all the follows, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, yeah, what was this thing I need to pull up? I don't know. Oh, yeah, this thing. Here, I'll post this, guys. Here. Like I said, I wanted to make sure I put out a decent amount of content and some entertainment for you guys before I start putting my hand out. But here is, we haven't gotten anything on YouTube yet. Hopefully, we're waiting to hear back from their. We were able to apply for it, but we haven't heard back yet. But here is our Stream Elements link. I'll link them in both of these. And they'll go back into the show for now. And yeah, I don't know. Support the show. Support Channel 404 News. I really appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. We're somewhat of a shorter show here, but I didn't want to wait till tomorrow, and I did want to respond to Jeremy's ridiculousness. The videos will continue. The streams will continue. Sorry again for all of our technical issues. I know, what was it? Kino Casino should be live, and they're probably going to be going, actually live from their music screens here pretty soon. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I hope they get some answers. I hope Jeremy's able to answer that, folks. Really appreciate it. If there's anything else, please DM me. As far as like future content, we are going to be doing some variety as well too. Don't worry about that. We absolutely will be doing variety. Sorry for the little bit of a late start, but until then, well, let's do a Baxter break, shall we? Should we do a Baxter break real quick? Let's do a little bit of a Baxter break. Come here, buddy. Come here. Ugh. Hold on, let me pull this up. Come here. Come here, bud. Don't leave us, I'm sorry. Ooh. There we go, Baxter. Hey, Bubba. There we go. Oh, let me do. There we go. There we go, Baxter. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, we got his ties ordered up, so he'll have his tie next time, okay, bub? Alrighty. Okay, folks. Well, go watch Kino Casino. We will be live again very short. Or sorry, we'll be live again here pretty soon. Stay tuned to the Twitter. Stay tuned to the YouTube. I'll cut together this segment as well again to a video. But until then, thank you so much for watching Channel 404 News. Really appreciate it. I appreciate it. Baxter appreciates it. And yeah, we'll keep bringing stories to you. Hey, if you got any scoops, if there's anything you guys would like us to talk about, anything you'd like us to do segments about, please let me know. Just to reiterate on my notes here. Okay, thank you. All right, and we're out of here, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. Don Flurgandy, I'm out. Go watch the Kino Casino. They're some pretty awesome lads.